My sister, my mom saw pictures or something.
Oh,
She was like, "Who did the dance?" I was like, "Jordan and Brianna," and my sister's like, "Are they dating?" And I was like, "Everyone likes." I was like, "No, they're cousins."
Sweet home Alabama.
Anyway, you guys know Brandon. She's been on the podcast.
Too many
the
times.
Harry Potter, the
Facts.
other movies, like the other Marvel or Pixar movies or whatever.
She's probably been our most guest.
Yes.
Most guest.
Behind Giuliano.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude,
Mark Andrews got 24 points yesterday.
Yeah.
Golly.
Dang, crazy.
Yeah, congratulations to
Giuliano.
Giuliano.
Wiped the floor with me.
Dude.
He could have won with his bench too.
I
Yes.
was gonna say he could have.
He scored more with the bench.
Just
Crazy.
Yeah,
Well,
just think. Scoring more on your bench? Who does that? All of us every week,
Everyone.
it seems.
Well,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
how long was
Good.
the dance total, or how
It's
long?
like 2.5 minutes.
2.5
It's
minutes.
it's about 2.5 minutes.
So,
We didn't exactly have enough time to make it longer
yeah.
because we had very few days to even practice it.
So yeah, let's just start with the masquerade ball because we were going to record a couple days earlier, but then Pat, you wanted to discuss the masquerade ball.
Yeah.
So-
Makes sense.
I said, let's do it after the masquerade ball, after New Year's. We could talk about our holidays, talk about the ball.
What were you doing the whole time? I didn't really see you very much. Like, I know John Lico, I didn't see him very much because he was up talking the whole
I
time.
was talking about everybody for about 20 to 30 minute conversation.
And then
each
by
Yeah.
the time he was tipsy, he came down and I saw him once.
I was talking to like 5 different people for a long time. I was hanging out mostly with my friend group. I was talking to Rita, Melissa.
Mm-hmm. They said they tried to get you to dance.
They did. I said, nope.
Yeah, I
And
know,
then
you
they're
don't,
like,
I know
"How
you
come-"
don't like dancing.
And then they
so.
came over to me and like, why doesn't he want to dance? I'm like, he
Doesn't dance.
He doesn't dance. He just never wants to.
Rita was really trying to get me. I was like, sorry.
Yeah.
Hey.
Sorry, fam.
So, but how many drinks did you end up having?
I think I had 3, but 2 of them were doubles. Well, actually, I had the 4th, like the free one we all got. 11:45.
Oh, that was just orange juice.
Mimosa. I chugged that thing
I did too.
It was
because I was like,
strong at
I'm
all.
gonna be leaving in 5 minutes. Got to get this down the hatch.
Down the
And then
hatch.
I waited another 50 minutes because
Yeah.
we wanted to wait.
And then you went and served
So
mass
4.
at the 6 o'clock.
Slept
which
for
my mom
3
told me.
hours.
That's actually surprisingly
And
that's more than I slept.
I had to help get someone home. So I, they
Gotcha.
followed me to their place. Then I got here, slept for 3 hours, woke up, and I was like, went to the first mass, and then went back and sung at the 8 because I wanted to sing. And then we had family all day, so I was just on
Dead.
for hours.
What time did you go to bed yesterday?
I took like a power nap, which really worked like a power nap, like 45 minutes. So then I was up till like after 2 last night.
Oh yeah,
So,
I figured because you
Maybe
sent
a
me
mistake taking that nap because like
You
yeah,
sent me a TikTok.
and you were active, and I was like, what's this guy still doing up?
So I went to bed at 7, and then Jeremy had the fire alarm go off around.
Oh,
8.
last night?
Yeah, at 8 because he's making a
cooking
pizza.
He
And that
doesn't
woke
know
me
he's
up.
an oven, apparently.
Apparently.
That woke me up, and I walked out of the room, and Jordan was like, "Yeah, you looked like you had just woken up."
You were definitely half awake, half
Oh, yeah.
asleep.
I
And I'm
was.
just looking at Jeremy like, babe, you woke the kid up. What the heck are you doing?
So then I went back to bed, and I woke up at midnight or 12:30, and then I
Then
saw that it was on there for a couple hours, and can fall back asleep until about 4. So
Tough.
Jeez.
yeah, so that was the night. But masquerade ball, did you love it?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Nothing. I thanked Brianna for doing all the work because I'm like, this is a ton of work. I asked her, I was like, was it all paid for? Because I know that
Oh yeah,
it's a
She
ton
broke
of money to rent it out and all the food and the drinks.
She broke even as far as like the people for
good.
like tickets. So
Yeah.
Yep.
She spent money on
essentially it was the drinks that she spent money on.
drinks and I think food. And
Yeah,
all that. She put more
but
money
it's a
into.
couple $100,
Mm-hmm.
but like that's worth it for an event like this.
Yep.
I think. So she's already planning something similar next year. She wants to do a murder mystery. next
Oh
year.
yes.
Yeah,
I
so-
told. Yeah, we were talking
Yeah.
because we were
Every
talking about
room that we would enter,
Yep.
I'm like, oh, where's the murder?
where's the murder? Where's the murder weapon?
I mean, I thought someone was gonna fall off the balcony
Yep.
at
I'm
the
surprised
party.
nobody did.
Because we were. So when did she say she'll do it? Like New Year's?
Yeah, New Year's.
Yeah.
Eve.
Because we were like, it was at a mansion. I was like, this is a perfect venue to like have a
Oh,
murder
yeah,
mystery.
absolutely.
And we had just seen The Glass Onion, which is a murder mystery type
Yeah.
of movie.
What
Waiting.
did you you watched it? Yeah.
I watched it.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet.
Knives Out sequel. And I was like, this would be the perfect place to do it. So I'm glad she's thinking about that. That's
Yeah.
gonna be awesome.
Mhm. And I think also even just wearing the masquerade whole type of thing is like still a perfect
Yep.
type of
Although-
costume.
Don't get a thick one I was sweating
Did
so
you keep
bad.
yours on? Yeah.
I took mine off, I think, after the dance, or
Yeah.
after we danced a little bit, and I took it off, and it was just like a layer of sweat
Uh-huh.
on it. And I was like, and Desiree and Blake are like, dude, you need to wipe your face off in the bathroom. It's pretty bad.
Man.
Dang.
So
Yeah.
I didn't put it on the rest of the night, which I think the majority of people took theirs off at some point.
Jordan and I also had like not a bet that we didn't place anything on it, but he said
I think it was over under 30
the-
Phantom of the Opera style mask people would be
Oh.
wearing, which I think it was close, but it was definitely under.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, so
it's a good bet.
yeah, it's pretty good. And then I already told Brianna that I offered my services to be DJ next year,
Ooh.
next time. So
We'll see what she says.
she
still-
said
don't
she
do
said
it
yes.
for free,
She just said she wouldn't pay me. So
dude. Yeah, which is kind of rude, you know. When you're related,
Jordan was
you
like,
don't do that.
he was like, I'll be your manager, and he requests $15 a minute. So
All right, I'll be a little more reasonable. $15 a song.
I just make sure I play a bunch of 30-second songs. It's
You're
okay.
just
It's already over.
You just keep skipping. You're like, no, no,
Oh,
no,
there we go.
no.
So let me count up. That's gonna be 300 songs tonight.
Yeah. So
She's like, the party was only 3 hours.
yeah, but no, it looked like everyone was having a lot of fun. A lot of pictures were being taken
Yes.
just across the whole mansion itself. There were games being played. I think I saw Sam and Dominique were playing Sequence at one point.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're lucky me and Blake weren't up there. We're the kind of the kings of sequence. So
Too bad there's no Moncala.
yeah, then you and
So,
Blake could definitely be
I would
up
have been
there.
there. I would have been over there. So I'm trying to think if there was. Did you have any food?
Yeah,
didn't have
I
any
had the
food.
appetizers.
I had zero.
I had zero
Oh
also.
man, I took a while to go get them because I was like, "What are we doing upstairs, guys?" That was when everyone in the group was like, "Let's take pictures," and I was like, "There are a lot of appetizers going around. I want them." And then it
you
was the
just
same
left?
4 appetizers. No,
Oh,
we
okay.
eventually made it down. Those bacon wrapped dates are game changer. I had those. There was a wedding I shot this summer, and they had those, and I was like, I know I'm like working it, and I like they're not really for me,
Yeah.
but they are. I just kept eating them. They're so good,
Dang,
nice
you
and
know the job.
sweet.
I also told Brianna too I think even before the event we were saying now I know you probably wouldn't be totally up for this, but we were like she should have hired you for this event to take
Yeah,
pictures.
yeah.
But I don't know how much you would have wanted.
I
do
probably.
that?
I mean, I still would have. I wouldn't have been full like I'm working it.
Yeah,
You know,
right,
I
but
would
you
have
don't
dressed
dance, at least. So
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
not
up. I
doing
would have
that
dressed
given
up. I
time.
still would have
Oh, yeah.
enjoyed it just as
Mhm.
much.
I think that would be pretty fun.
Yeah, I
to like
would.
to-
Next year.
that'd be a
Even like,
job.
yeah, next
if
year.
I was a photographer.
Oh
like,
well,
I'd
if
want
it's
to
a
do
murder
that.
mystery, do you think you'd want to do that during a murder mystery?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Because this one I understand because you don't like dancing.
Yeah.
So I understand, but if it's a murder mystery,
like you can't really be a part of it if you're.
I guess
working it.
I guess if you're the one who dies, though. We'll just all right, Pat, you're gonna die.
Yeah. So I'll be curious how she pulls it off, but hats off to Brianna for pulling off
Yes.
such a fun event, and
Truly.
a lot of people had said that they wish they had like invited more people. So
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
possible.
It was still pretty packed.
Oh, it's still. Oh,
I don't know how
the
many
dance floor was
times-
super. I think the room was small, so
Yeah.
like, the dance
It
floor
looked
was
packed.
Yeah.
I don't
so
know how many times when I was doing the waltz with Brianna, and
how many times you bumped into somebody.
oh, like yeah, we would bump into. Sometimes we purposely did it, but
You're
knock him off.
The
Yeah,
roller.
this is our floor.
Yeah, yeah. So, but that was probably one of the best ways to end off the year, and I think that'll be something that it'll be
Pat,
talked about.
Did you get any digits that night?
Any
dude?
digits? Oh yeah, I got
Gianluca almost got some
my
digits.
my phone was like it's full, no more.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy,
Which
dude.
I
You're a
mean,
player.
you know how big phones are
you rizzed some
nowadays.
people up, man. That is-
Risen.
Some
Yeah.
people up. Yeah, I was pretty tipsy, and I wasn't looking for this. So some girl came up to me, and we were just talking, and so I was like, "Wow, things are going pretty good. Let me just."
Just roll with it?
I'm feeling
Yeah.
pretty confident right now.
Yeah.
So I got the
Liquid
liquid
courage.
courage going through my veins right now. So I asked twice, and she kind of ignored both times. So
Oh no.
yeah,
It's like, wait, you came up and talked to me.
yeah. That and Skylar witnessed
It's
the whole
okay.
thing too. So he's like,
He was like-
dude, that is probably the worst L
Oh,
I've seen
man.
in a while.
That's
That's
funny.
whack.
Yeah, I told Brianna immediately afterwards too. So it's like, yeah, I don't know who this person is, but she
Get her out.
She never be invited.
Where's your
again.
bouncer?
Some girl tried to rizz me up and then left.
Yeah. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think that'll be an event that gets talked about for a while. Like we'll always be like, oh, remember that masquerade ball?
Made the headlines, yeah.
Yeah. So, So I think this episode is more of like a year in review type thing. Actually,
I was gonna say you didn't tell me a draft topic, so
well, I think I meant
draft.
Yeah, no, I'm not ready.
Okay, I guess that's fine.
Yeah, you can't pick one now.
Well,
but we
technically
need to go
hold
over
on.
the last draft.
Hold on.
Yes, we need.
Cheater.
What? How?
You
Okay.
cheater.
How?
No.
Hold on.
You
When do we
cannot post it on your story and think that's okay.
How is
You
that?
lost. You lost. You get an automatic L.
Hold on.
How is that?
How
How
is?
is?
Hush.
I'm
There's
angry.
a better.
I'm
I know.
angry.
There's a better way to go about this. Essentially,
You're angry because you don't have social media.
I'm angry because you cheated.
No.
That's not
Hey,
cheating.
hold on.
Go ahead, John. Look at well, Pat cheats over there.
It's not
Okay, so
cheating.
Pat, the only reason we say it's cheating is because the way you had phrased it. You said,
Yeah.
you said, "Go vote for me." If you had said, "Hey, go vote on the Rankaholics page,"
Which is not my. Oh, sorry. I'll let you finish.
well, okay. I said, if you had said, "Go vote on the Rankaholics page," I would have been totally okay with
Yeah.
you posting it. But you said, "Go vote for me," and
Which
you had about.
I meant completely sarcastically, like I do 90% of the stuff that comes out of my mouth and on my fingers when I'm typing. Okay?
Not everyone reads it that way, though.
That's on.
No, you
Okay,
cheated.
hold on.
No, hold on. Because most of my people know me to be that way. I'm not. But the thing is, that's not me to be like. To say
No,
it just like super generically, like, hey, I do a podcast, go support us. I'm like, hey, go vote for me. And I'm like, obviously, like, I got every response I got to that story was, sorry, but Gianluca took this one for me. And I was like, yeah, I figured. I didn't expect you to vote for me just because. Like, I
think some people
what
did.
I
absolutely.
fully expected, and what I think happened for 90% of the people was they were like, oh, funny. They look at it and they're like, oh, he's got the worst list, and they voted for one of you. That was what I fully expected. I was
Right.
like, I meant it sarcastically.
Didn't happen.
So
Most of the people are going to look and be like, he's got a terrible list. And I think, because I discussed it with a few people, and I said, to the right people, my list will be like the best. And Isabel was like, you have this for me because she's a big fan of Chick-fil-A and whatever other things I had on my list. And that was, so I figured to the right people, it's like they're all in on mine.
Bruh.
But to most of the people, my list was the worst.
Gianluca had Christmas and got last. And that's all I got to
Really?
say.
Yeah,
That's
I
all I got to
How
say.
far last?
I
So
was
you
right.
had-
I should have won.
So you had a total
I
of
got to
16.
remind
You had,
myself of the list.
you had a total of 16 votes. Jordan had 15, and I had 12.
Yeah,
How'd
see
you
what you've
lose with
caused?
Christmas and Christmas movies?
Because of you.
Listen,
Okay, hold on.
promoting it.
Promoting. You lie. You
It was
cheater.
more so. It's not because if
It
you
is.
listen, if you had Instagram, you would have done the same exact thing as me.
No, I
Yes,
would not have.
Yes,
I
yes,
would not have.
Yes,
No, I would not have because I'm not a cheater.
That's
Pat.
not
I'm fair and
cheating.
square.
Oh my
I
gosh.
should have won.
Okay, next time I will just put it out on my story and
We're
just
cutting
say,
your pay. We're cutting your pay.
In half.
in negatives. Now I'm in the negatives.
So I think also
I'm shocked.
so
I'm shocked not only that you lost, but you got last. You have Christmas and Christmas movies.
hold on. I'll tell you why Jordan won, or not won. I'll tell you why Jordan got more votes.
Yeah.
But before that, I think the reason you had about 6 people that voted for you that were from your work or whatever
Oh.
that don't follow the page,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so they just it just looks like they go on there to vote for you. That's
Okay. Wait. Tell me who, because I'm curious.
6.
but,
Which isn't a big number, but when 16 was the most for the first place, that is a third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, do you want me to say their name?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you could tell me off if you want.
No, I mean it doesn't matter to
No,
me.
expose him.
Yeah.
All right, Nicole
Johnson?
Yeah. Samantha.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Oh wait.
Hold on.
Who is that? Actually, doesn't even follow you.
No idea who that is.
Oh, okay. Some random person.
Wait,
Some
yeah.
random person voted. Okay, never mind.
Does she follow the page?
Do they?
No, they
do
don't
they
follow
follow
the page.
you or me or
They don't
the
follow
page?
any of us. They don't follow.
How does she find it?
This person.
Oh, okay.
So
Hold on. Let me look at my insights or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
that's 3.
Oh, John Lucas Instagram story. Look at him. Got all
I saw
down.
that, dude.
Yeah, man. Wait, was you looking at my post?
Yeah.
You see the
Yeah.
5-year difference?
You see, he had to put a mask on because his face got damaged after the 5 years.
Because that's where I had my.
Oh.
That's where I had my.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
That's where I had my.
I don't read captions.
Graduation party?
5 years ago.
Insights. Let me look at
And I don't think anybody from you from the people that you had like promoted to voted for either Jordan or Jordan or I.
Okay.
That knew you.
I'm gonna have a word. I'm because really and truly.
Oh, and then this person.
I did not mean it. Like you guys know how I am.
Oh, and this person.
Okay. You guys know how I.
No, we know we get it.
You know,
We understand what you're saying, but it doesn't excuse the cheater in this.
Listen. Let me just say this. You guys know what kind of person I am. You know how I'm always sarcastic. So you know my intentions behind it were not.
Yes. No.
They were joking, and I fully expected. I know what the outcome was, but I fully expected.
I thought about quitting the pod.
I fully expected people to look at my list and be like, oh, he's kidding when he says he wants us to vote for him because he has the worst list. Christmas or Jordan's. And that's what I fully expect. And I don't know if those people like voted for me just because they wanted to vote for me or if they actually thought I had the best list, which I really, really, truly find hard to believe.
So then...
Yeah.
Okay. So then we'll give you second place.
Oh, you can't change the results.
No, we can.
You cannot.
Yes, we can.
Okay, if you had won by such a large margin,
it'd be different.
it'd be different.
It would be different.
Hold on.
About 5 or 6 people. If that was the case, where they voted for you just because it was you, because you promoted it.
We don't. So if you want to go about that way, then we should ask every single one of them if they actually voted. But even then, the results speak for themselves.
No.
Yes.
I cannot express enough the anger I feel
here's
right
the
now.
thing. If you called some of your buddies and said, hey, go to this Instagram page and vote for me, I would respect any of the results.
I would not say that.
I would say go vote on
yeah,
this.
I would say go vote. I
Regardless,
we usually tell Sam and Dominique anyway, hey, you should go see whose list is the best. Like
why are we asking them?
Because I'm saying like there are cousins, they're the ones like listen. We're like,
for
example, we say, hey, you should go vote on the list and see who's the best. That's the way to do it because then they're like, you're not telling them to go vote for you.
Yeah, it's very it's a selfish thing to do, you know.
We know you weren't
sarcastic.
trying to be
betrayal.
Sarcasm, guys. Sarcasm. Learn to understand it.
Okay.
Sarcasm put into text.
Anyway.
Pat, you can sarcastically say something.
Let's call out some people to say who voted for who. So for Pat, we got Jana, your sister, Gregory.
Gregory?
Isabel.
I always thought he was a high IQ person, and now I'm regretting it.
Isabel.
Oh, that one makes
That's
sense.
understandable.
Okay, for Jordan, we have Dustin voted for you, and this was after the whole trash talk that was going on in the
that's
chat,
how I
which
know
was
you
that
voted.
was pretty funny.
I know Jeremy voted for you because he loves snowboarding.
Yes, Jeremy voted for you. Sophie voted for you. Vincent voted for you. PJ voted for you.
Vincent, I've always loved you.
Aunt Jeannie voted for you.
Aunt Jeannie's a smart woman.
For me, Sam
I
voted
know
for
Aunt
me.
Susie voted for you.
Right? Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, so then technically we'd be tied. Oh no, never mind. We wouldn't be because you were ahead by 3 votes.
No, you talking about last place, dude.
And my mom's calling. Hold on, sorry, mom. Peyton voted for me. Dominique voted for me. Josh voted for me. Yeah, those are the notable ones. So,
so you are changing the results so that I don't win, because you don't like that I have true friends.
You've rigged this election, dude.
The results speak for themselves.
No, we
yes.
just went over this.
No, I'm the winner.
You freaking booed.
I won.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, by cheating.
No, that's not cheating.
Yeah, well.
If you go out, hold on. If you are in a race, hold on, Jordan, do not speak. I'm taking your mic away. Let me listen. Listen to me. If you go out, if you are in a race and you go out and ask people to vote for you, that is not cheating.
No.
You're trying to get votes for yourself. That's not cheating.
That's completely different. Because these people on yours, we don't know if they voted for you because of your list.
Even if they did,
like if I have, let's say on a race, like people are gonna vote for me based on me.
If you're gonna blame someone, don't blame me for going out and asking for votes. Go to them and be like, you need to vote with integrity.
First of all, I could definitely blame you for that. That's
no. If you want to blame someone, go to them and say, hey, you should have voted with integrity. How dare you? That seriously.
I don't know.
You cannot be mad at me for going to my friends and saying, hey, go vote for me. No, the results speak for themselves.
You can't be mad for us changing the votes.
Any one of us can go out and ask for any of our friends to vote for us. I don't care how you. That's great. do it next week.
No, Pat. See,
If,
you're the only.
if Gianluca gets 40 votes because he goes to all his coworkers and tells them to look up our page
I'm gonna be
and vote
freaking
for him,
pissed. I'm gonna be pissed.
but
Because
I would
that's not the way it's done.
I would
No!
listen.
There's no respect.
I'd be
There's no-
pissed,
it's
but
kinda
I would
biased.
respect the results.
I would
feel like
not.
there's strong bias.
I would not respect the results.
I'd be like, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I think that.
No, I'm not kidding.
You're delirious.
So wouldn't do that because
Yeah.
I just
Because
it would be
Gianluca
biased.
has respect.
I want to be
RESPCT.
fair. I want to. The only reason I think also that we said, you even said it yourself, like the fact that I got last, like is.
Oh well, I also had another thought. Like the week we're recorded, I was like, I could see people not voting for you just because they're like, Christmas is like, it's too easy of a pick for them or something. Where they're just like,
But it's the best thing.
they would have to. I know, but they would have to like look past that and be like,
Look at this. He's
You
trying to
gotta-
make something.
all right, never mind, never mind.
Okay, so
Never mind. Forget it.
the I'm okay with joining him of more votes because a lot of people love skiing and snowboarding. Like that's their favorite winter activity. So a lot of people voted for Jordan's because of just that singular.
You know, hey, I was thinking about it. Let's just give him into it. We'll put an asterisk.
That's what I was gonna
That's it.
say.
Here's the thing, though. When we recorded, before any of this went down, you said, I'm not going to be surprised if Pat gets more votes because he has hot tubs. And we just talked, like, we know how much people love hot tubs.
Yeah, but that's more of a jokingly
That
me
was-
saying.
that
Oh,
was-
shut it.
Are you kidding me? I
Shut
was being
up,
sarcastic.
Jordan.
I think. The
Oh,
fact
yeah,
that-
sorry.
no, hold on.
Exactly.
No,
Sarcasm.
It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing because I said it with my mouth.
Anyways.
I'm just gonna.
I
I'm
won.
gonna go up to because Isabel voted for you for the Chick-fil-A thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to Isabel.
May-
Like, wow, you know what?
probably.
You know what? You voted for a drink over Jesus.
Oh.
'Cause Christmas was on my list. So
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
And then she's gonna feel conviction, and boom,
Boom.
I win.
vote flipped.
I win the whole thing.
Gianluca gets 14, and then we're tied.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if we ever end in a tie.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I think I'm gonna throw the vote up again.
Okay. Just
Hey,
between the
I'll
two
s-
people that
Well,
tied.
either if it's
Oh,
between,
that's
if
true.
it's between the two people. If it's between all three, I'll throw it up again. Be like,
Yeah.
hey, this ended in a tie. We need to break a tiebreaker. So
Which-
we'll do it again.
But if we
I
tie
think
again-
I think you shouldn't say it's a tie because like just have them voted again because maybe they might be like, "Oh yeah, I clicked him, but I actually thought about it more and I would
Yeah.
vote for this guy."
Well, usually,
Anyways.
if that
Yeah,
happens,
if
usually
they
the
really
person
thought
will-
about it, they wouldn't have voted for.
No,
Pat.
hold on. If they did
If
that,
they read the rest of the list, they'd be like, "Hold up."
if they like accidentally clicked one, they'd probably message. They usually
That's
yeah,
true,
people
that's true.
Message
Fair.
and say, "Oh, I meant to vote for this." So
Or you go get a few other opinions. You go to
like people who don't have social media. Like
Yeah.
we never once ever asked Brianna.
I know. I was just thinking.
Oh,
about
that's
it.
true.
Call her up right now.
Giuliano,
Sorry.
he's not on Insta.
Oh yeah,
so he never
Juliana's
votes.
Not either.
Dude, Brianna barely works. She always texts me during work.
And Giuliano's a unbiased. He'll give you a good.
Wait, did Juliana vote?
No, he never
Celine,
does.
What about Juliana and Celine? They both
No,
vote.
they did.
They're
Get
not
him
on
out here right now.
Instagram.
Get him out here right now. Juliana!
she
Hey.
freaking yelled right
Sorry,
now.
sorry.
Everyone in their headphones.
I don't know if they'll come out.
I
Anyways,
thought they were leaving soon anyway. So that was
we're not doing a draft this week.
so okay. You said I hadn't picked one. Technically, that's not entirely true.
Well, you just had
only because
told us you picked one.
last
Or me,
No,
I
last
guess.
time I think I had mentioned that we were gonna do like best of 2022, like review 2022, like do a
But a draft? Oh, the topic. Yeah.
That, I thought so. But that's totally fine if we don't do one. For
What
I
do
don't
we-
even know how to do a draft.
Yeah. How would you
at
do
all.
a draft on that? That's why I
you just
didn't
do like
think
either
we would.
trends or
Dude, I
like,
don't know
what's
any
big things that
trends.
happened last year.
Oh.
Get out of here! You guys are on TikTok. You're
That's
on,
different.
What
dude.
the Harlem Shake? That was this year, right?
I honestly would have zero clue on trends.
you would have to no. It's 'cause
I'd
you,
have to look them up because I can't remember.
Well, right, exactly. You usually do have to look them up.
Yeah, but even if I look him up, I'm not gonna know. You know.
Yeah. Oops.
Anyway, so Pat, I don't know if we're gonna switch gears real quick. I don't know if you've heard about this list, but Stanford came out with a list of the elimination of harmful language initiative. I don't know if they do this every year or is just this year, but it's, it says their goal of the elimination of harmful language initiative is to eliminate many forms of harmful language, including racist, violent, and biased language. So like disability bias, ethnic bias, that stuff.
Mhm.
And so they posted this list, and I'm going to and they do, instead of this word, consider using this word in the context. Okay.
It's so bad.
This list is probably the worst I think I've ever seen. So I'm just gonna. I don't know if I want to read all of them, but so to start, we'll say instead of using the word basket case, they said nervous. You consider using the word nervous. It says
I could understand. That.
originally referred to one who has lost all 4 limbs and therefore need to be carried around in a basket.
I am curious.
Wait,
who
that's
actually
what
even,
basket case means?
Well, who even uses that one?
Yeah.
Anyway?
Well, I've heard it, but I never
Yeah.
thought it to be like, oh, that's against disabled people.
Yeah.
I just like someone who's a problem.
So, okay, next
Let's
one.
come.
Instead of using committed suicide, consider using died by suicide.
How's that better?
I don't know.
Albeit language that trivializes the experience of people living with mental health conditions. All right.
They did commit. They committed to the death. So that's
All right.
That's committing suicide.
Instead of using confined to a wheelchair, consider using person who uses a wheelchair.
How's that any better?
Using person first language helps to not define people by just one of their characteristics. Also, users of wheelchairs often find them to be an essential tool for their freedom instead of thinking of them as a prison.
I'm like curious if they even ask any disabled people,
okay.
like, is this okay? Because I guarantee most disabled people probably don't give a crap. They just
Yep.
went with it.
Yeah. They roll with it.
Instead of using the word crazy, consider using surprising/wild.
Wow, that's so surprising / wild. Oh my gosh.
Crazy.
It says albeit language that trivializes the experiences of people living with mental health
Man,
conditions.
they really like the word trivializes.
I hope
I
I'm
don't
saying
think we
that
should
right.
use that word.
Instead of using the word cripple or crippled, use the word person with a disability.
Wait. Hold on.
It says albeit language that trivializes the experiences of people living with disabilities. Instead of using the word dumb, that one.
Stupid.
I don't know.
Non-vocal, non-verbal. Instead, use non-vocal, non-verbal.
I don't get that.
Once used to describe a person who could not speak and implied the person was
Dumb means
incapable
they
of
can't
expressing
speak.
themselves. Yeah.
Like deaf and dumb. They can't hear, they can't speak.
Cool.
Instead of using the word insane, use surprising
/
wild.
wild. I was going to say that as a joke.
Obvious language that trivializes the experiences of people living with mental health conditions.
Don't use the word trivializes.
Yeah.
Instead of using word OCD, use detail-oriented. Yeah, mental health conditions.
All right. Trivializes.
We got paraplegic and quadriplegic.
Pelagic.
No.
Quadriplegic.
Quadriplegic. Person with a spinal cord injury. Person who is paralyzed. Person
Person
So.
confined into a wheelchair. Just roll with it.
It says retard or retarded.
Yeah.
This one actually says.
retarded.
This one says. This one's kind of funny. So instead of using retarded, use boring or uncool.
Because that's retarded.
This term is a slur against those who are neurodivergent or have a cognitive disability. It should not be used to make a point about person, place, or thing. Instead of
But I
using,
can't call a retarded person boring or like
Yeah.
cool. Like that's what they actually are.
Yeah.
Like, if a retarded person is retarded.
That is the term. That's
instead of using tone deaf, use unenlightened. I think that's worse.
yeah.
I'd rather be called.
That is.
I think that's more of an insult.
You are so unenlightened.
I just see
and
like a
uneducated.
group of Stanford people just cracking up at the list they're making just for fun.
Instead of
We'll
using,
get 'em here.
Instead of using walk-in, like a walk-in appointment, you consider using drop-in or open office. Obvious language that trivializes the experiences of people living with disabilities.
Yeah,
Because
you
they
know-
can't walk. What about rolling? Can you say
Stupid.
rolling?
Instead of using, so this one's ageism. So this one's
Yeah.
next to her ageism, which is instead of using gray beard, consider using the person's name. It calls out an older and presumably more experienced IT or cybersecurity person by referring to their age instead of their name.
I can't wait. So they have a gray beard.
You're calling them old.
I can't describe them like, hey, that guy's got a gray beard
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
Wait,
Or,
so
hey, gray beard.
so say they go
Who says that?
So say they go, you saw a robbery. Describe the guy. You can't say he had a gray beard. You have to say his name.
Yeah.
What if you don't know his name?
I think it's more of like
I don't know.
instead of saying the
Hi.
person's name, you're like, "Hey, Graybeard." I don't know if that's what people do.
What if that's his
Oh.
actual name?
Well, then,
Because it could be.
Okay.
His last name could be Graybeard.
instead of
That's
using
true.
the word senile, consider using person suffering from senility.
Senile dysfunction.
Senility?
Senile.
Senility.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. This term is often used disparagingly to refer to old people whose mental faculties appear to be in decline. This next one, colonialism. So instead of using the Philippine Islands, consider using Philippines or the Republic of the Philippines.
Hold on. How's that different?
Yeah, the term is politically incorrect and denotes colonialism.
Okay,
Some people of
fine.
Filipino heritage might use the term though.
Yeah.
So
We still can't.
All right, next we got. This one's the best. Culturally appropriative. Okay, instead of using the word brave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's horrible.
Consider none/do not use.
Wait.
And
Huh?
it says that
There
you can't-
is no
don't- there's
replacement.
replacement. It says
It's too bad of a word.
this term perpetuates the stereotype of the noble, courageous savage, equating the indigenous male
But,
as
like,
being less than a man.
Couldn't they substitute
It's-
courageous in for brave if they
Yeah.
wanted to?
Wait.
Again, still dumb, but like courage.
Hold on. Don't say dumb.
Dumb.
Uneducated.
Next.
Wait, how is the word brave an insult? Bad to use.
It's a great
Do
question.
you
Why
want
don't
me to
ask
give you
Stanford?
the context again?
Sure.
This term perpetuates the stereotype of the noble, courageous savage, equating the indigenous male as being less than a man.
Oh, that guy's savage. He's brave.
He's brave. Hey. Okay.
Dude,
Next.
Stop
Stanford's
it.
supposed to be like this like super smart school, and like
Yeah. They're just making everyone dumber.
they sound like the dumbest school. I've
Sorry,
ever
they're
heard.
making someone more education.
Honestly, these get better as we go on.
How many
So,
are there?
There's 13 pages. I don't know if we'll read all of them, but
No,
there's.
don't.
Well, hold on. Some of these have to be said though. Instead of using Geronimo, consider using none. Only used when discussing the historical figure. Guru. You're not allowed to say guru.
Wait,
Instead of
what
using-
was wrong with Geronimo?
And it says
though?
Geronimo was a famous leader and medicine man whose name is used today as a caricature of the brave warrior, often during macho pursuits.
But like, there's a guy named Geronimo.
That's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about another guy using?
You
Geronimo?
can-
Can I use it for him?
Wait. Who?
Geronimo
The sh-
Allison.
Oh, you're an idiot. Okay. You're not allowed to use the word guru. Instead, consider using expert, subject matter expert, primary leader, teacher, guide. It says, in the Buddhist and Hindu traditions, the word is a sign of respect. Using it casually negates its original value.
Sorry, Buddhists.
Losing
You
brain
will be
cells.
using it.
You're not. Instead of using the word Pocahontas, use the person's name. This is
Sacagawea?
it says this is a it says this is a slur and should not be used to address an indigenous woman unless that is her actual name.
I'm calling her Pachohanas, dude.
Pachohanas.
You're not allowed to use the word powwow you're not allowed to use the word powwow. Instead, you have to use meet or get together. Using this term in this manner means a term
Indians.
of cultural significance to indigenous people.
Mm-hmm. Just like the
You're not allowed to
Philippines.
use. I won't go through all of them. I'll just say some of the words.
I don't like the word indigenous. So I feel like that's an insult to other races.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Probably not, though.
All right. You're not allowed to use the word spirit animal. Too many chiefs. Not enough Indians.
Should we change the name of Spirit Airlines?
Oh, that's a good point.
Holy
Should we-
Ghost Airlines.
Oh, yes.
You're not allowed to use tribal knowledge. The phrase tribal knowledge or tribe. Now here's some gender-based ones.
Ooh, this will be
You're
the
not
best.
allowed to use preferred pronouns. Like it says
Oh.
quotes preferred
Yeah.
pronouns instead just use pronouns.
Mm.
The word preferred suggests that non-binary gender identity is a choice and a preference.
Oh,
choice.
of
And it
course,
is a
of
preference.
course.
You're not allowed to use the word balls to the wall.
Oh, no, my favorite saying.
It says consider using accelerate efforts. Attributes personality traits to an anatomy. You're also
But it
not.
doesn't rhyme.
You're also not allowed to use the word ballsy.
Hey, guys, I'm going accelerated efforts at this party.
You're not.
Accelerated efforts.
You're not allowed to use the word chairman or chairwoman. You have to say chairperson or chair.
I will use chair.
Same with congressman or congresswoman. Fireman or firemen. It says fireman or firemen. You have to say firefighters. You're not allowed to. Oh my gosh.
There's just not enough women to do.
You're not allowed to say freshman, gentlemen, guys.
What?
Have the balls to. He.
My favorite one. No balls.
Oh yeah, you probably can't say no balls either.
Yeah. What are you? What grade are you in high school? Oh yeah, I'm a fresh person.
Oh wait, what do they say? It says frosh
What grade
or
is that?
first year student.
Fresh.
Frosh.
Freshy.
Dude, I want to go to Stanford now just to use every single one of these words that we're not allowed to use.
Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah.
You're not allowed to use man for
Of course.
verb. We're under.
Oh,
man.
man.
So
So instead of saying like, oh man, you gotta be like, oh person.
well, it says use staff.
No, he's got to be
This term.
Were you done?
Man, you're not allowed to use man hours. Man in the middle. Mankind. Man-made. Man-power. She
There's a
male.
reason it's called mankind though.
You're not allowed to say tranny. You're also not,
Oh really? What?
You are also not allowed to say transgendered. You have to say transgender. You are also not allowed to say you guys.
Wait. Transgendered and transgender are just different forms of speech.
Yeah, but no, someone's been transgendered, you know? That's different than
That
just
implies that they
transgender.
had a choice.
They did have a choice.
No, well, who knows? Who knows anymore?
No, I know.
Preferred pronouns?
Let me make one thing
They
clear,
don't prefer
guys. Transgenders have a choice, and gays.
Got him. All right. You're not allowed to say the word abort.
Getting woke.
Consider using cancel/end instead of saying abort.
Wait, we can't use canceled?
No,
Good.
you're
Okay.
supposed to use canceled instead of abort.
You're not allowed to say the word American. You have to say U.S. citizen. You're not allowed to use.
Okay.
You are not allowed
That
to.
one doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
That one definitely doesn't.
It
make
says
Yeah.
this term often refers to people from the United States only, thereby insinuating that the U.S. is the most important country in the Americas, which is actually made up of 42 countries.
We're just saying that's where they're from. Where are they from?
You're not allowed to say child prostitute. You have to say child who has been trafficked.
So if
That's
you're
fair.
like, oh, he's
That's
a
fair.
European, are you implying that that's the only country? No, I'm just saying that's where he's from. Chill, daddy.
You're not allowed to say circle the wagons.
Well, I've
sense.
never heard that.
half-breed.
I don't think I've ever seen.
I've never heard that.
one.
Yeah.
Hispanic.
But what if they are Hispanic? What am I supposed to call them?
Yeah.
Latinx.
An X.
Use country of origin.
So
Indian summer.
Hispania.
You are not allowed to say Karen. You're not allowed to
Wait,
say.
what if their name's Karen?
Say
You're not,
graybeard.
you're not allowed to say peanut gallery.
Oh wait, why is that bad?
It says use audience, hecklers, or critics, and then it says this term refers to the cheapest and worst section in theaters where many black people sat during the vaudeville era. I think that's how you say that.
The peanut gallery.
Oh man.
You're not allowed to say people of color.
So colored people. Is that okay?
You're allowed to say
I probably should have said that.
You're not allowed to say straight. You have to say heterosexual.
Hold on, back up to colored people. What are you supposed to say instead of that?
I am curious.
BIPOC, by POC, Black, Indigenous, and people of color.
Okay.
Um,
People of color, so colored people.
Yeah. Wait. What?
You're just switching the words.
Well, just it said the.
So we
in
can't say what was
parentheses.
it? We
Oh,
couldn't
okay.
say.
Whatever. This is
Wait.
what.
Oh,
So instead of- you
gosh.
can't say people of color.
But you just said
But you-
POC.
BIPOC,
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 BIPOC stands for,
Black, Indigenous, and people of color.
Exactly.
which
Yeah.
is colored people. CP,
Okay. You can't say stupid.
of course.
You know, actually, I don't even see color, so.
I'm
Facts,
colorblind.
facts.
Survivor. You're not allowed to say
What are
survivor.
you supposed to say
Yeah. What am I
instead?
supposed to
Person
say?
who has experienced. This list is getting better and better.
People
That's why I want
who
to
have
keep going.
Experience.
I just survived something. It's like, look, it's a person of experience.
So does that mean they're gonna change the name of the show? People
Oh.
who have experienced. The last person of experienced, most experienced.
Someone from Stanford on the show.
Hey, I'm
I
offended.
don't really like the name of the
So
show.
the last survivor would be called the person who has experienced the most.
Probably. Yeah. Okay. You're not allowed to use the word thug. User or victim.
User or victim?
You also cannot. Okay. So here are some institutionalized racism. I have no idea who that is.
Who the heck is Carmen Jane?
Do you know who Carmen Jane is?
Nope.
Artist.
I'll look her up real quick. You do
Okay.
your thing.
Never heard.
All right. Let me. Okay. So here we have some institutionalized racism. So instead of using the words black hat, black mark, black sheep, black bald, black box, brown bag, you're not allowed to use. Okay. Yeah. So you can't use those words. Can't use the word cakewalk. Instead, use easy or simple.
Oh man.
That was. I want to see what that one says. It says, enslaved people covertly use exaggerated dance to mock their enslavers. This turned it into balls that the white enslavers would hold for entertainment, where the prize was a cake. Balls, as in like dances.
Okay. Still don't know what cakewalk is back to say.
Yeah.
Black box, if it's referring to the thing on like the airplanes that like houses, all the information, you know what I'm talking about? If the plane crashes, like we
Oh.
got to recover the black box.
I don't.
Don't
Oh,
call it
actually,
that.
I think it does call that.
Box of color.
It says instead use hidden
Yes.
mystery.
BIPOC box.
It says instead use the word hidden, mystery box, opaque box, or flight recorder.
Okay.
Flight recorder seems like
It says assigns
correct
negative
term.
Yes.
connotations to the color black, racializing the term.
well, I figured.
Gangbusters, ghetto, grandfather.
We can't use
the word
ghetto?
You cannot use the word grandfather Consider using legacy.
Ageism.
This term has its roots in the grandfather clause adopted by the Southern states to deny voting rights to blacks. You're also not allowed to say grandfathered, gray hat hacker,
Graybeard.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to use the word master as an adjective or verb. You're not allowed to use the word red team.
But what if I'm like,
What?
what if I got my master's degree? You know,
Person who has
No,
experience.
because it says verb or
Education.
adjective. Oh, wait, it's master's degree. I guess it would be an adjective.
It would be an adjective.
It's not a noun.
How's that bad?
Is that not a noun?
Master's degree.
what are they gonna say?
It's a type of degree. Yeah, what's bad about saying master's as an adjective or verb?
I don't know. Okay. Just can't use the word scalper. Slave.
Never word.
Oh, what?
Slave labor. I don't think I've ever said this word or phrase. Sold down the river.
I don't think that's been used since slavery.
Yeah.
So.
I didn't even know it was a phrase. So, uppity. You're not allowed to use the word uppity.
Uppity, up.
What? Why?
It
What's bad about that?
said, okay, so instead you use the word arrogant or stuck up. It says, although the term originated in the black community to describe another black person who didn't know their socioeconomic place,
Okay,
it was quickly adopted by white supremacists to describe any black person who didn't act as expected.
I would
So,
use arrogant anyway.
Saying arrogant is better than saying uppity.
Well, I mean, I never said uppity.
Make that make sense to me.
You are not allowed to use the word white paper. Instead, use position paper.
Can I just use paper?
It says assigns value connotations based on colors. White equals good, an act which is subconsciously
Oh,
racialized.
boy. Yeah, because everyone wants to write on black paper instead.
Okay, so here's my thing. Someone's like, hey, I need some paper. They're going to assume it's white, but if they're like, what color? White. I'm like, can I not say white?
No, you just have to. No.
Experienced paper.
I don't think that's good, Jordan.
White team. You can't say the word white team.
What?
Yellow team,
Of course. Or any color team.
probably. Because the red team was also on there.
Yep.
This one says person first, so you can't use the word convict.
Okay.
Person. It's consider using person who is / was incarcerated. Disabled person, homeless person, immigrant, prisoner, prostitute. Okay, here's
What am I supposed to use for prostitute? Just
Person
for
who has been
asking for-
prostituted.
It says a
Okay.
person who engages in sex work. That's what you can use.
That's so much longer.
That just explains it more. Like,
More detailed.
yeah.
I don't get it. You know when Kevin in the office wants to use shorter words?
Yes.
This is why.
This is the way. This
This is the opposite.
This is
of
we're
that.
on
This
that
is
way.
the opposite of what Kevin wants.
Okay.
Sea World.
You want to go to SeaWorld
Or see the world.
Okay, here are some violent ones. that I wanna
Travel.
do. We're almost done.
Fish. Ocean.
Okay, here are some more These are more phrases. Abusive relationship. You're not allowed to say that. It says consider using a relationship with an abusive person.
Oh my gosh.
Literally the same thing. just longer.
Beating a
Same
dead
word.
horse. Consider refusing to let something go, or refuse to let something go.
Dude, if that's the case, I beat dead horses all the time.
Crack the whip.
That's, yeah.
That's understandable.
That's understandable.
Killing or kill two birds with one stone. Can't say that.
Never
You
killed.
can't also say killing it or killed it. Instead, just say
Crushed it.
doing a great job or
Or
did
crush
it.
it might be bad too.
Probably.
Then you're not allowed to say more than one way to skin a cat.
I've never said that.
I've heard it.
I've heard it.
Or more than one day to skin a deer. You could place any animal.
You're not allowed to say pull the trigger.
What
Instead-
if okay. I'm in a shootout, right? And I need to pull the trigger. Like, and I
Give it a go. Try.
pull it, cuzzo.
All right. All right. You're not allowed to say rule of thumb.
John Luca, explain that one to
It
me.
says, okay, so you consider using standard rule or general rule. And it says, although no written record exists today, this phrase is attributed to an old British law that allowed men to beat their wives with sticks no wider than their thumb.
Oh my gosh.
Rule of thumb.
Oh, ruler thumb. No,
Rule of thumb.
Rule of thumb.
didn't
you're
know
not allowed
that's
to
where it
say.
came
You're not
from.
allowed to say take a shot at, or take your best shot at, or take a stab at it.
Or take a shot. Hey, take a shot with me. No.
Give it a go. You want to give it a go? Try.
Pull the trigger on that bottle.
All
Cap.
right. Trigger warning. You're not allowed to say that. Which I'm getting a lot of these.
Yeah.
Instead, use content note. So I've been getting a lot of content notes.
So if they go, hey, warning, this movie might be a trigger for people with epilepsy. Instead, you're supposed to say,
Content note.
warning, this content.
It says the phrase can cause stress about what's to follow. Additionally, one can never know what may or may not trigger a particular person. So you cannot assume.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to use the word or phrase war room, whipped into shape, wife beater.
What?
I've always questioned that. I've always questioned that one.
Yeah.
That's the only one. That's the only one that makes sense on this.
That one, I'm like, why did we call it that in the first place?
Yeah, it says use white ribbed tank top or tank or.
I would just say
undershirt.
white tank top.
Well, tank refers to war, and you just said we can't say war room.
Oh.
So
All
let's
right.
contact
Add it to the
Stanford.
list.
All right, additional considerations. Instead of using African American, consider using black. Bro! Oh my god!
Oh, they're just doing it for fun now.
I can't understand this.
That's the one. That's the one where I'm like, okay, this list is.
We lose. It's a lose battle.
All right, we need to have my new black friends on. I think
That's okay,
I would
that's okay.
actually love to get a legit answer and be like what they think
True.
from the
Yeah,
two people
yeah.
from the party.
Yeah. I was wondering.
They got my number.
Nice. Yeah, it was once bad
Yeah.
to say black, and we were supposed to say African American
You are
instead.
not allowed to say African American. Do you want me to tell you why?
I don't care.
Okay. You're not allowed to use the phrase "circle the wagons."
You said that before, yeah.
I did.
used that
Oh.
already.
Oh, okay, it's on.
I
Told me
never
twice.
circle the wagon, so I never use
I'm
it.
never a wagon circler.
You're not allowed to say hick or hillbilly. You're not allowed to say hip hip hooray. Or hip hip.
Oh boy,
Instead, just say hooray.
what's wrong with the
It
word
says,
hip?
This
Oh,
term
hips.
was used by German citizens during the Holocaust as a rallying cry when they would hunt down Jewish citizens living in segregated neighborhoods. Hold down the fort.
Yep. Okay.
Long time no see.
For blind people.
It says this phrase was originally used to mock indigenous people and Chinese who spoke pidgin English. Am I saying that right?
No idea.
Pidgin.
Pigian.
You can't say no can do. You also can't say normal person.
Did you say no can do?
Yeah. Instead just say I can't do it.
What's wrong with the words?
It says
no
originated
can
from
do?
stereotypes that mocked non-native English speakers. No can do.
Holy cow!
I'm offended.
And anyway, that is the end of the list.
Wow.
I'm surprised. I thought it'd be keep going.
Yeah. Surprised it wasn't.
Oh, you also can't use the word submit.
They left so many words off.
Submit. They left all the other words in the dictionary off.
So I saw this list on TikTok and somebody was making fun of it, and then but they didn't go through the whole list like we just did.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it would be the perfect list to go over on the podcast.
That's so bad.
I think my favorite one is the one towards the end about you can't say African American, but instead say black.
I know. I think Braves might be my favorite one.
Brave. Yeah. Jeez.
That one is the one that it just makes you shake your head. We in 2023, we now can't say most words.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's true.
Hey, Giuliano, make sure you don't use the word brave anymore.
Cul-
Also, you can't use African American.
but you can't say black.
culturally inappropriate.
Say black?
Yes, you're encouraged to.
Well, that's just African American.
What? Hey, yo.
Hey, we just said not to.
All right, so we won't do a draft on I guess 2022, but we can still like review. Is there what draft? Oh, I'm
I don't
surprised
think
draft.
we can't use draft. I don't think we can.
Oh yeah, because that is the slaves probably.
No, that's the army. What?
Even worse, yeah.
Where did you get slaves out of that?
Everything goes back to the slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that Key and Peele video
No,
of them
with
being
the slaves. Yeah.
They're like, oh, this is our time, baby. This is our time. And then they don't get bought. They're like, are you serious?
Yeah.
So funny.
Oh, don't touch my foot, man. Okay. So we could probably just talk about 2022. Is there anything? What do you remember most? Or I guess we could go year or month by month or
Month by month.
Not my month.
I don't know if I'm gonna remember my whole year month by month.
Do I need to? I know there's a list I know of that was some of the major events from 2022. If we need to
Pull it up.
Yeah, while you're doing that, I'm gonna reference something we talked about. I don't know when, but we're talking about what the hardest thing to do in sports was. And I recently saw a interview with Deion Sanders,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
where he said baseball is the hardest sport, specifically hitting a baseball, and because he's played both football and baseball, and he was like, yeah, it's the hardest thing in sport. And then it was like the caption was like, there you go, the debate is settled. And I said, I'm bringing this up on the pod.
Well, if Deion Sanders says it, then
It's believable.
gotta
Yeah,
be true.
Exactly. You gotta buy it.
Okay, so here are some of the biggest news stories from this past year. We had the first images from the James Webb Telescope. I think I missed that one.
Yep.
Who?
Mr. Beast became the most subscribed YouTuber in the world.
Thought he already. Okay.
No, he wasn't.
He surpassed, I believe, PewDiePie because they're showing
Oh,
PewDiePie's
okay,
numbers.
No, wasn't there like some?
There was some other Indian YouTube
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah, and they just had bots subscribing. to
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I looked at their page a few times. I'm like, what do they do? How do they have,
Yeah.
60 million subscribers or something?
Exactly.
Johnny Depp wins his defamation lawsuit against Amber
Oh,
Heard.
dude.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
pretty big.
Yep.
Poop on the bed.
Yep, poop on the bed.
Poop in the bed.
I didn't even realize this until I think I saw this. The global population reaches 8 billion people.
Oh. Okay.
There's too many people. We need a plague.
We kind of had
We
one.
need a pandemic
It
or
wasn't
something.
big enough.
Pick it up.
Wasn't successful enough.
Queen Elizabeth passed away.
Ah,
Right.
finally time.
She was European.
She was old.
Can't say that though.
Was old also.
I'm like surprised it took this long.
Russia invaded Ukraine.
That's right.
And then
Dominique's pregnant.
yeah. Oh, that's on
Along
the
with
wire.
everyone else.
Yeah, along with everyone else. Lionel Messi and Argentina won the World Cup.
Yep.
Boo.
Elon Musk buys Twitter for $44 billion.
Yes.
So that was
Wow, that much, eh?
some of the other stuff. Some other news. Eminem was the rapper with the most YouTube views in 2022 with 5.1 billion.
Dang.
Next, here's a list, I guess, of just some notable people. Doja Cat. A second. Drake third.
Drake, do you think 21? Do you think?
Kanye was last on this list.
Oh, dude, could we just bring up Kanye and him supporting Hitler?
Just Kanye in general.
Kanye,
like
where?
that
which
guy.
one do you want to talk about?
Which
I
version,
don't
you
know.
know?
He changes every year.
Yeah.
He's got to be the most bipolar human being I've ever
Mhm.
seen.
One day he goes west, one day he goes east, but he's still west. Which direction is he going?
I don't know.
This one is pinned. I think this happened. Oh, this did happen in 2022. Massive breakthrough as cancer disappears for all patients in the drug trial.
Okay.
So
Interesting,
there's that. I'm
interesting.
kind of surprised that wasn't
Yeah.
on the
Might cure
list.
cancer.
I don't know if there's anything else. Well, so those were the top. Said, oh, this one wasn't on here, or this one wasn't on the list, but it's the picture of the slap from Will Smith.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty big.
That was pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
Was that when? Was
R.I.P.
that?
Will Smith's career.
Yeah. When was that? Was that February, May?
Was that the Oscars?
Yes, I think so.
Because I thought the Oscars were at like the end of the year or like the beginning of this year.
Yeah, I thought it was March 27th.
Oh yeah. So there'll probably be some like at this year Oscar.
You think Will be there?
Didn't he get banned?
Smith resigned and was issued a 10-year event
Yeah.
ban.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, what if he just sneaks in as someone else?
Let's see. Movies that came out in 2022. All right, here's what happened. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm trying to find some other stuff. 22 things that happened for the first time in 2022. Here we go. Well, actually, before that, I guess movies like the Batman movie came out. Kind of forget. That was the whole thing. That was the only one I could remember that's been big. That was a big movie when it came out. Anyway, let's see.
Stanford lists harmful
Yeah,
words
yeah,
in
yeah.
2022.
How could we
Actually, that might have been
forget?
this year. Actually, that might have been.
Oh, like yesterday?
Yeah.
No,
Or
'cause
today.
I'm pretty sure Jeremy had brought
Oh.
it up the day of the masquerade. So
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay, so this was 22 things that happened for the first time in 2022. Oh, I can't see the full article. It's on New York Times. Never mind. Number one, though, was Apple becomes the first company to reach a stock market value of $3 trillion.
that's it.
So
That's it.
let me see 10 surprisingly good things that happened in 2022. I'm just seeing if we care about any of these actually. Peace came to Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ethiopians.
Yeah.
Hey, don't call them that.
Hey,
People of Ethiopia, please. Come on.
there's nothing I care about on this.
BIPOC Ethiopians.
Ethiopia's.
Biggest pop culture moments of 2022. This is what we should care about.
Chris Rock
So the
slaps
slap.
James.
This one says better Harry's and Gardens. I think Harry stood. It says when Harry Styles announced his new album Harry's House 3 years after the success of Fine Line, fans expected some press to follow. What they didn't expect for the musician to end up on the cover of June issue of Better Homes and Gardens.
That's amazing. Did you see that weird picture with like the kids' mattress?
With the what?
Harry Styles like has a weird picture. I don't know if it was like a pose for an album or something, but he's dressed up in a weird kid shirt and he has like a kid's mattress.
Oh.
Weird.
And it's like that's kind of weird.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, he also didn't he have a whole drama with somebody?
Yeah, that was with Chris. That was the whole cast.
Yeah. Oh, the
Of
whole
that
cast.
movie,
What movie was- Don't Worry, Darling.
Yeah,
Oh.
That was a
was
huge drama.
Yeah, but drama like he supposedly spit on Chris Pine,
Mm-hmm.
which it like he
Yeah.
said he didn't, but it looks pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Like you could see something.
There was
spinach.
an interview with shoot, what's her name? The whole Uncut Gems. Uncut Gems. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Oh. Who is?
Oh, kind of. Uncut Gems. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I don't know who it was, but I remember that saying.
Julia Fox. Anyway, she was talking about the movie Uncut Gems, and the way she said it.
Uncut Gems.
Yeah. Joms.
Uncut
Obviously
Gems.
Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Yeah,
The pooping.
The pooping.
poop on the carpet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's called Spitgate.
Yeah. Why do we add gate to everything?
Yeah.
If it's something.
Because that means.
Stupid.
Yeah.
We are the muses.
I thought this was the
It was Josh Safdie's muse when he wrote Uncut Gems.
Right.
You never heard that?
Hold on. We'll do it again.
We are the muses.
Why is that
I
Hercules?
was Josh Safdie's muse when he wrote Uncut Gems.
Right.
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. I don't know what the
Interesting.
first part was.
That was
So-
Hercules.
Yeah, I don't know why it was in there.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, so there's the whole Spitgate between that. Running Up That Hill, Kate Bush.
Oh my
That
gosh.
song became super popular. Stranger Things.
Has
I
so
guess-
many different versions.
So many different versions. That was just a whole. When Stranger Things came out, I think every time it's come out, except maybe the first season because it hadn't gained its popularity yet, it just takes over the world.
Yes.
So, but I believe it became Netflix's most streamed show ever.
Wow.
But then I thought it may have got taken over by
Yeah.
Wednesday or something like that.
Oh.
I think Wednesday did take over some record of Stranger Things.
That's hard to believe.
So, yeah.
But I'll
is.
start watching Wednesday here pretty soon.
Let me know if it's worth it.
Probably isn't.
What?
Wednesday.
Oh, I thought you were saying. You also haven't seen Stranger Things either.
Correct.
Oh, what? God, loser.
We found the one person, guys. We found the one person who hasn't seen it.
I think there's.
That was a highlight of my 2022.
That would be
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
That was a great season.
Maybe I'll get hooked in a few years
Yeah.
Who?
when I have interest.
Swifties and Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
That
No
whole
kidding.
debate.
Oh, yeah.
That whole debate.
Yep.
Even just Swifties in general.
Yeah.
Just her album.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just throw that on there.
All of it.
Oh, She-Hulk.
She-Hulk, that whole thing.
Terrible.
Oh, there was the Kenobi show.
Oh, yeah. That was
Also terrible, kind of.
pretty
Except
bad.
only okay.
Darth
moments.
Vader was cool.
Darth Vader was cool.
But everything else about it
Sucks.
just trash.
Yeah. If it was good, I think it would probably win one of the best things about 2022. Unfortunately, it wasn't. And then deaths of legends. So Betty White. Well, no. Yeah.
Beatrice White.
Yeah. Betty White died. Bob Saget.
Saget.
Saget. Ray Liotta.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. You know who that is?
So
He looks like an evil mob boss.
he's also he was referenced in the B movie.
Oh.
So
Don't act like you know.
No, I know
another
the
popular
movie.
movie that came out, Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, did it ever?
Still haven't seen it.
I've seen it
That's
twice.
crazy. They haven't seen it. And that took.
It's
over
up
the
there on
country, too.
one of my
Yeah.
favorite movies.
Yeah,
It's a great movie.
That took over.
Chills every time.
Yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Darth Vader. That was the only cool moment of.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Guys, the end of COVID.
Oh,
Did that happen this
people
year?
are still wearing masks, so
It's true.
Oh man.
If you guys care about celebrity relationships, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez.
they got back together.
Bennifer 2.0.
Oh.
I don't know why this is on here, and I didn't even know this was a thing. You know how Okay, this is Halloween costumes, and some celebrities have really weird ones. But
Yeah.
Heidi Klum does the worm, and she.
Yeah, no, she always has like the weirdest costumes, but like
That's pretty weird.
it's gross.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay, next
How do you walk
multiversal.
in that?
Yeah. Just little holes at the bottom.
We had Multiversal Madness. So they consider Spider-Man No Way Home. Like they talk about it, but that came out in winter of 2021.
True.
But you had Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Still
I haven't seen
need
it,
to watch
but
that.
I've heard it's one of the best movies in the past of this decade
yeah,
so
we
far.
should watch that.
And then Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So yeah, that I don't think there's any other multiverse movies that came out. Kanye West. This says Kanye
Just
shows his
him.
true colors. So
Yeah.
You can't say colors.
Yeah. Gianluca.
oh shoot.
I don't know, true black, I guess.
Yeah. True blacks. Black.
The kid who loves corn.
Oh, don't remind me.
Corn. Yep. Let's see, and that's the end of this. So that's all the pop culture stuff. I'm trying to see if there's any. It says
my new highlight, Gianluca,
Mhm.
of this year is the Uncle's Game Store, being in there for 2 hours and just watching you walk in and out.
that was the worst. That was legit the worst.
That was the funniest thing ever.
Giuliano won fantasy.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yeah, I did.
Officially will be tomorrow, but
I might
Yeah.
win in the other league. It's close.
Mm.
it's close.
How'd you
So
guys do in the league that you teamed up in?
We will that actually concludes next week, but we
Oh, okay.
we will be the third or fourth. We could have been first if we had just played Kirk Cousins and Zay Jones, who had a total of 50 points, and we didn't put them in.
that's tough.
Yeah.
That sucked. This one says, I'm looking at comments. Somebody said missing the biggest of all, failure of streaming. Warner Brothers slashing to cover losses. Disney loses at least $9 billion on their network, and now renewals are turned into cancellations. Yeah, and then return to the box office. So I was just reading comments, but yeah. Is there anything that you probably that you guys remember from 2022? I know.
Dungeons and Dragons, baby.
What?
D&D.
Oh, I guess when you said Dragons, House of Dragons and Lord of the Rings shows both came out.
That's not what I was talking
Okay,
about.
I know. No one cares about your Dungeons and Dragons.
I don't know. You talked about it. For
I
20
care more
minutes
about
last
that
night.
than what he just said, but I care equally. I don't care about him at all.
I'll take that as a win.
I don't know if I should take that as a dub, but yeah. I'm trying to think. No, here's a month by month, but anyway.
I live with him.
Do you?
For how much longer?
End of February.
Yeah, your guys' lease.
Yeah,
ends
where are you
pretty soon.
going?
I'll probably just get an apartment by myself. When is your guys' lease up? Like June.
May.
Yeah,
I
May.
think in May.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, do we have anything else that we want to say?
No. I mean, I had a long story, but
What is it about?
it's about getting stuck in the snow. Tell me, what's the longest you guys have gone without food or water?
Not, I don't know, probably like a full day.
Yeah? Was it 18 hours?
I don't
Were
know.
you
I
stuck in
can't
the snow
tell.
for 18 hours?
I was stuck in the snow for 11 hours.
Where?
Post Falls.
With your car?
I-
Your car was stuck?
No, me physically, Jordan. My car.
Oh, I mean, it could have been you physically. What if your
No,
leg
that
got
would
stuck?
sucked more. No, it was last week. I went out to help someone because they were stuck in the snow, and tried to do too much, I guess. And my car was stuck overnight until the next day at like 1 p.m. and slept in my car overnight.
So where was this exactly? Like,
It's like the back roads of like Post Falls, like south of I-90.
and what time did you get stuck?
I got stuck. I went out at 2 a.m. I got stuck at like 3. And then, so I guess 10 hours. I was gone from my apartment for about 11 hours.
And
That's crazy.
Did you get help?
I got stuck and then just working at it in my car, I got unstuck. I got stuck again. I slept in my car for about 3 hours. Tried again, and then I ended up calling a tow truck, and they were like, I was stuck on a driveway that was like 4 inches of ice, and it's the type of ice that just, freezes and melts. So it is covered with like a layer of water. So it's just like way too slick for anything. So
So
they,
there's a driveway.
yeah,
So
it was,
is the house.
it was on
Your parents' driveway? Or
no,
you supposed
it
to
was on a hill though. So they couldn't get up with their tow truck to like pull me out. So they just tried to shovel me out, and they were like, "You're gonna have to call another tow truck company." So I got another tow truck company, and they were like 4 to 5 hours, and I was like, "Cool." And then just like some friends of the person whose house I was at came, and they pulled me out.
Hmm.
So
That's what I was say. If there's a wait, did they not have something you could like try breaking the ice with on your car?
no, that's we tried like de-icer or salt, all that, shovel. It was pretty bad. I was like kind of really stuck in like on the hill, like leaning off the hill. Risk of going over, but it sucked. I'll say it. But yeah, it was an endeavor. That's how I spent my Monday night last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, really sorry to hear that.
Really a bummer, but hey, I'm alive. So is my car, and I will never go out there again.
Ever.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. What yeah, it sucked because I got out of bed, so I had my retainers in.
Oh.
So I had them in this whole time,
Yeah.
like 12 hours.
Mhm.
And then like I wasn't hungry just because, well, I don't really know why. But yeah, I was like 18 hours by the time I like ate again. Didn't go to the bathroom the whole time. Slept like 3 hours that whole time or that night. So I was like, this is
This is the worst.
yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the worst.
I was like, next time you're on your own if you want help.
Yeah.
Or you don't get as much help as you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That was the day after Christmas.
another thing. Sorry, this is totally
Yeah.
random. Back to the things that happened in 2022. Elden Ring.
Never heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan's game that he raged a ton. I think that's the most.
Hey man, it was fun. It was
Wow.
fun for time being.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to find like movies or shows that came out in 2022. But okay, yeah. Do we have anything else that we want to say? Bring up sports.
No, we
events?
could. I want to, and maybe we'll do it next episode because there's only one more week of the regular football season. But I've just been thinking about like the NFL predictions we made.
Oh yeah. Going back.
Just hilarious to look at them now because like I don't know if it was just me or if it was the group predicting, but we were like the Broncos division was gonna have 3 playoff teams, and
Yeah, and we obviously. I think whatever my Seahawks prediction was pretty close.
that they
I
were.
think at best case scenario that I said.
I know I wrote some of them down because I'm like we're gonna talk about this once the season's over,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll bring it up next time.
Update on that relationship episode. We know the perfect person
Yes.
to submit questions,
Oh.
Mhm.
and it is Jeremy. Cause
Oh really?
supposedly, I mean, he has told me some of them, but he gets, DMs almost every day. He said of
Wow.
just like questions that people
Like
have.
friends?
Yeah,
Wow.
people come to him for advice.
He's very good with advice.
He has advice.
Yeah. I guess I haven't heard a bunch,
Yeah.
but yeah, there was like
Yeah.
one thing he said or one time. One time we talked. I was like, you've good insight.
Good insight. Sometimes you just need that second person.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
No, but that will be a fun episode. I think we will plan on doing that, or the episode will come out Valentine's Day. I think is what we had planned.
Yeah, because that's a Tuesday,
Mm-hmm. Which works out
February
perfect.
14th.
And that's in line with our 2-week.
Yes.
schedule.
Yes, exactly.
So,
we don't have to do any
um,
rearranging. I think we'll still have Giuliano on, but we'll have Jeremy submit
Either
stuff.
if he wants to be on, if he doesn't want to be on, I could always just have him be like, hey, you should
Yeah.
collect all those questions.
Yeah.
idiots."
We could like switch out since we only have 4 mics, whatever. We'll figure it out. It'll be a
Yeah.
fun episode though.
We will plan on having more guests too. I
Yes.
think that's one of our,
We need to get back there.
our New Year's resolutions for the podcast.
More guests.
Have more guests. So like
I like it.
Skylar
Yeah.
must be on. We want to get Annie and Andrew on before they leave.
Where are they going?
They're moving to
They're ditching
somewhere.
us,
They're
man.
ditching it. Spokane. We'll say it off the podcast.
Oh,
just
okay,
in case
okay.
Random people.
I didn't know,
you know.
but yeah. I know
Um,
they were moving.
obviously we'll get Giuliano back on.
Yes.
Maybe let's get Sam and Dominique.
Mm-hmm.
Like-
Dominique's actually got the.
No, she
Is
said.
she brave enough?
No, I think she
hey,
keeps
hey.
wanting us to do Taylor Swift, so I just need to get to
I
that.
want to Taylor Swift.
the reason we have held off on Taylor Swift because we were like, oh, we'll do it after her new album.
Oh yeah. And
I'm in on that. I'm ready to rank her songs.
I need to listen to them, but I could do that. I could go and listen to them.
Yeah.
Although now it's the new year, and that could just overtake my
No.
whole Spotify. All right, get ready for
I
the new
know.
Spotify Wrapped. I'm
I've
really
been,
thinking ahead.
I am. All of December, I was like, got to think, and I'm like, oh, it's not started yet because it,
Yeah, so you didn't like care.
This
as much.
is which I've thought about. I'm like, I'm glad December's off the record because that's a lot of Christmas music and it's a lot of listening to your Wrapped playlist.
Yeah.
So it's nice that the slate is off for a month and then you start fresh. January 1st.
Exactly, and I think as evident to our Spotify Wraps, I don't remember what yours was, but our most listened to song, the most times we had listened to it was either started in February or at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So
Mine was late in the year,
mhm.
like August or something.
Yeah.
Speaking of August, a few concerts I'm excited for. I think you're going to.
Yeah. The
Both?
Gregory Allen.
Yeah. Are you going to Noah Kahn at the Pavilion? No. Okay.
Oh, is that went the Pavilion? Went Pavilion. And
That's in
Spokane?
yeah. It's like August.
No, I don't really listen to it. I don't think I've heard some of the songs, but I
Did you
haven't
go to the
really-
first concert with us?
Mm-mm.
Oh, never mind.
I know Brandon just texted us during the podcast
Uh-huh.
and told us to look up Carmen. What was it?
I know who she is. I've seen her.
You
I
do
just
know?
looked her up.
I've
Carmen
gone to the-
Jane.
I've gone to that church and seen her sing.
Is she
She was
local?
on The Voice
Oh,
Mm.
at one point.
okay.
She's just a worship leader.
Oh, is she good?
Yeah, no, she's a good singer.
No, she is.
Mm.
Okay, I'll have to listen to some of her stuff because I don't know.
But
Let's see.
I don't know if I've listened to any of her original stuff. I don't remember.
Dang. I'm excited to do our hot takes of the NFL season recap because
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
looking through the list. And I'm like,
Listen,
this will be fun.
I at least got one thing right for sure.
One of them, I'll say one of them. This is probably
I-
mine. Baker Mayfield has a good year and extends his
Yep,
time in
said that.
Carolina.
I was definitely wrong on that one. He's already gone.
I'm excited about him in LA.
I should have stuck with
I
some of my
picked him up.
predictions for playoff seeding because I think I had the Rams missing.
You did.
I had
and the Buccaneers, but now the Buccaneers are going to make.
I had the Buccaneers
I
in.
think, yeah.
I had I don't know why. I had the Cowboys missing the playoffs just because they
Now
have.
the whole division. Oh no,
Oh,
Commanders can't.
yeah.
Never mind.
Well, just because the
Yeah.
Cowboys always blow it at the end of the year, and it's like they might look good, and then they just always screw it up.
It's okay. I had Aaron Rodgers winning MVP again.
Oh, did you?
MVP.
Yeah,
MVP. I was high on Jalen Hurts. Now that he's hurt, I'm like, don't give it to
I
Mahomes
don't even know
again. But
who's-
I have a feeling
I think
Mahomes,
is gonna
Burrow's in the mix. I don't think Josh Allen is because he missed games. That's why I don't think Jalen Hurts is in. Tua was in for a bit, but he's been out too much, so he messed it up.
I think Geno Smith is probably going to win Coach of the Year
Comeback player.
or Comeback of the Year. Not
Yeah.
Coach of
He's
the
gonna
Year.
win coach.
I was thinking of Coach. I was already thinking of Coach.
I think
the
what was
Giants
it?
coach is probably going to win it, especially
Yeah.
now that they made the playoffs.
Because I'm trying to.
I
Think
want
of any
Dan
other-
Campbell to win it.
I mean, they could give it to the Eagles coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
They
I
really
think
wanted
the
to.
Giants. I think one is more impressive.
I
I
would
think it
agree.
is
But knowing
because
how
their
this
roster
goes,
hasn't changed a lot.
they still have Daniel Jones as their quarterback.
Yeah.
So like,
Okay. There was
I
one
could,
I just
see
thought
him
of.
getting it to Nick Sirianni.
Oh, I think MVP like Devontae should be in the mix. Devontae Adams
no.
Interesting.
Dude,
Or,
absolutely not. They're
or
like losing
Tyreek.
record.
Okay,
Oh.
Tyreek Hill
Although, but
should
he
definitely.
hasn't had a good close to the season though.
They're not
I
going to
know.
give it to
That's
any
the thing,
players
'cause-
on a team that's not having a winning record.
I know, but if you think of the definition of the title, most valuable player, and I know it changes. Like I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, a lot more people would have been like way high on Tyreek, as well as probably Jalen Hurts. But then they miss like a game or two, or their starting quarterback misses a game or two, and Tyreek doesn't have as good of a last 2 weeks of the year, and the whole talk changes. But I think the most consistent has been Patrick Mahomes,
Oh, he'll win it.
unfortunately.
No doubt after Jalen Hurts got hurt.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I think Joe Burrow. I mean, he's probably like second, but
He should.
I
Honestly,
don't.
He kind of should be. He's
Yeah.
had a good season.
he's had a really good season.
I think just people are gonna give it to Mahomes because he's just been.
Yeah.
He has all the flashy plays
and he's done it
Mhm.
again after losing Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'll give it to
exactly.
him.
Yeah.
after everyone was like the Chiefs won't be as good this year.
Yeah.
I wish defensive rookie of the year would go to
Tariq Woolen.
Tariq Woolen,
But they're
but
probably gonna give it to Sauce.
yeah.
I would like to give it to Aiden
Actually-
Hutchinson.
Yes,
Hutchinson or
yes.
Thibodeau has had a good end to the.
That's the thing. Only a good end.
Yeah.
I would give it to Hutchinson because I think I guess he has had a slow start to the season.
Yeah,
as
slow
well.
start.
But
Sauce
he's-
Gardner would make sense.
Yes.
Mhm.
Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Offensive rookie
Or
of the year
sorry,
was
offensive.
If Kenneth Walker had played consistently
Yeah.
good, I think he was on a good start when he
He's
actually
still in the talk.
when he took over the top role.
Yeah.
He the starting role he
He
was looking
blew
really
to the
good.
top right away.
But then he had a couple bad. Well, the Seahawks had a couple bad games, and they weren't running it pretty.
And then he was
really
out
good.
a game or two.
A game or two, yeah. And now I think they're gonna give it to Garrett Wilson, or I mean,
like Christian Watson?
Olave has a
yeah,
has a good chance.
Christian Watson, he's a rookie, right?
yeah. He's,
He won't get it.
Yeah,
he
just
you
emerged
know who they
late.
might give it to though is Brock Purdy.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
It's
no,
gotta-
only because he started at the last
yeah. He only
last few
played
games. He didn't play
6
enough.
games or something.
I saw his name already on the,
He's in
on the
it.
list.
That's
Yeah.
dumb. I think Garrett Wilson will get it just because he's gonna have 1,000.
I would vote Brock Purdy.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker's not too far away from 1,000 yards either. I think
Yeah.
he leads.
I think that's
But
He
also,
leads in
if,
rushing touchdowns.
if Breece Hall and Damian Pierce both didn't end their season, I think
Yes.
they also had
True.
at least the way they were looking.
Mhm.
Damian
but-
Pierce.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the defensive rookies were more impressive than the
Yes.
offensive rookies this year.
I agree. Probably because
Quay
injuries.
Walker guys, man.
He's no one even. I think the only people that know about him are Packers fans.
He's improved.
Who dat?
Quay Walker.
Packers linebacker.
He's a linebacker.
Yeah, that's why we crushed the
Honestly,
Vikings.
I think that's why I think only Packer fans know who he is because
Hey.
I have not seen him mentioned
Y'all
anywhere.
gonna know him next year. Y'all gonna know his name when we go 17-0.
Yeah, I
I'd
think
like
the
to see it.
opponents for every team should be announced soon, so we'll at least know who we're playing, just
Right.
not when. So
For what?
for the
Next
NFL
year.
season, like you'll know who you're playing, you just don't know when.
Oh, okay. Ooh, Seahawks.
Yeah, see, then go to the Seahawks Packer game.
I want a
Right.
Lambeau game.
Yeah, because when was the last time we played their division?
Well, we played the Packers. Did we play them last year? Did we play you guys last year?
Yes,
did,
you
and
did
we
play
lo-
us last year, and you guys
Mhm.
got 0 points.
Yeah. Yeah. That's when Russell Wilson came back too early from
Yep.
his injury.
Mm-hmm.
But then Jamal Adams got picked. I
Should have
remember
played
that.
Gino.
Well, yeah, because everyone was making fun of him.
Anyways,
Yeah. So I think.
enough football talk.
Yep. Anyways, I don't have anything else to say.
Yeah. Happy
Thank you guys.
2023.
For listening.
He's ruining Seahawks' chances next week.
Thank you guys for listening to us in 2022.
Yes.
It's been fun. We are almost again to 2 years of doing this.
We're 4 months away, Gianluca.
Yeah, so far
Almost.
away. Jeez, don't jump the shark. We might
That's
die
a third of a
That-
year.
Look, you're gonna jinx it. We might die tomorrow.
We're almost there. We're almost there.
We're guaranteed to make it.
We should have done a heavy predictions for 2023. Have you seen those like 2023 lists, like predictions videos? Anyway, thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Rinkaholics Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts or listen to your podcasts. And then you can leave us a review on the Apple Podcast app, Spotify. You can leave us comments, on YouTube. Tell us how we're doing. We appreciate all the feedback, and we appreciate you guys listening to us in this past year, and we look forward to future episodes. So until next time, guys.
Happy New Year, Merry Christmas.
Bye.